Good day, my dear students. For today's video, we're going to proceed with our next topic, which is about the angles of elevation and depression. So angles of elevation and depression are just part of the topic on trigonometric ratios, or sometimes they call that as trigonometric functions. So first, let us have our learning competency. So you, my dear learners, should be able to solve practical problems involving angles of elevation and depression. But first things first, let us differentiate what is angle of elevation and depression. So we have here a scenario. So imagine that you are standing outside a building on the ground while your friend here is on the top of the building looking down at you. Now, from your own point of view on the ground, when you look up toward your friend, your line of sight, which is denoted by this line, this broken line, forms an angle above the horizontal from your eyes. Okay, so this angle here is what we call the angle of elevation. Let me annotate that. So this angle here is the angle of elevation. So this measures how much you have to look upward from a horizontal position to see an object above you. Now, it was actually formally defined by Kendall Wall. Kendall Wall defined the angle of elevation as the angle formed when the observer looks upward toward an object above the horizontal level. It is measured between the horizontal line and the line of sight extending upward to the object. So in this case, the object is your friend, and the angle that your line of sight and the horizontal line created is what we call the angle of elevation. Now, from your friend's point of view, on the other hand, at the top of the building, when they look down at you, their line of sight, which is still denoted by this broken line, forms an angle below the horizontal line from their eyes. So, my dear students, in this diagram or illustration, this is this one. This is what we call the angle of depression. So this measures how much they have to look downward from a horizontal position to see an object below them. Okay, so this was also formally defined by Kandalwal as the angle created when an observer looks downward from a horizontal line. It is the angle between the horizontal line and the observer's line of sight directed toward an object positioned below the line. So from this illustration, my dear students, what can you observe? So both of the angle of elevation here and the angle of depression are actually equal to each other. Why? Because they are alternate interior angles. So bakit po kaya, my dear students? This is because if you can notice, the horizontal line from the eyes of your friend and your eyes forms a parallel line. So since both are level with the ground, they are parallel with each other. Now the line of sight between you and your friend cuts across these two parallel lines, which acts as the transversal. And if you can still remember, way back grade 8 years, when there are two parallel lines cut by a transversal, the alternate interior angles are equal. So this means that the angle here and the angle there are equal, which makes the angle of elevation and depression equal to each other. But my dear students, don't get me wrong ha. Hindi po sa lahat ng pagkakataon angles of elevation and depression are equal with each other. Nagiging equal lang po sila if and only if they are alternate interior angles. It is just that in this situation, alternate interior angles sila, kaya po nag-equal si angle of elevation kay depression. So in order for us to fully understand the angle of depression and elevation, let us have these examples. So for example number 1, you're standing 15 feet away from a flagpole. You observe that the angle of elevation from your eyes to the top of the flagpole is 35 degrees. If your eyes are 4.5 feet above the ground, how tall is the flagpole? Okay, so bago po ang lahat, kailangan nating ma-visualize kung ano po yung ibig sabihin ni example number 1. So kaya gawa po tayo ng illustration. So for example, we have here the flagpole. And sabi po dito sa problem, ikaw daw po ay nakatayo ng 15 feet away. So let's write, this is 15 feet. So you're standing 15 feet away. And And the angle of elevation, so from your eyesight, the angle of elevation is 35 degrees. So ibig sabihin po, meron dyan na horizontal line which is also equal to 15 feet. Ito po yung horizontal kasi equal lang naman sila ng distances. So ibig sabihin if this is 15 feet, this will be 15 feet also. The angle of elevation is 35 degrees. Kaya ito po, this is 35 degrees. And if your eyes are 4.5 feet above the ground, so meaning to say ito pong part na ito, this is 4.5 feet. So above the ground, how tall is the flagpole? So kung ito 4.5, alam natin na this is 4.5 also. But the problem, my dear students, is asking for the measurement of these. Magmula daw po dito hanggang dito, ilan daw po, my dear students, yung measurement niya. So that is our goal, to find for the height of the flagpole. So if you can see here, meron na tayong 4.5 feet. Ibig sabihin, ito na lang po. Ito na lang na part yung hanapin natin magmula dito hanggang dito. Then, let us denote that as the y. So, yung goal natin is find for x, the value of x, which is the height of the flagpole. So, x po, my dear students, that is equal to y plus the 4.5 feet. So, considering that this is 35 degrees, meron tayong 15 feet dito at ito yung goal nating mahanap. So, meron po, di ba tayong tatlong trigonometric function? We have the sine, which is so. So, so is equal to opposite over the hypotenuse. We have the cosine, which is equal to the adjacent over the hypotenuse. And we have the tangent, which is opposite over the adjacent. Now, my dear students, dito sa tatlong ito, ano po si 15 feet? Is it the opposite, adjacent, or the hypotenuse? So this is the adjacent kasi po katabi siya ni reference angle natin na 35 degrees, yung angle of reference natin. So meaning to say, this is the adjacent at ito pong y, ano siya? Is that a hypotenuse or the opposite? So y po here is the opposite kasi po yung hypotenuse po natin is defined as the line opposite to the right angle. So if this is the right angle, my dear students, ibig sabihin ito dapat si hypotenuse. So this means this is the opposite. So for the y natin, in order for us to get the y, ang gagamitin natin is si tangent. So we have tangent, dito na lang natin, we have tangent 35 is equal to opposite natin is y over si 15. Okay, in order for us to get the y, alam natin na ito may denominator 1, cross-multiply lang tayo. So we have tangent 35 degrees, multiply natin by the 15, so that will give us the value of the y. Okay, so using our calculator, so we have tangent 35, so equal siya by 0.70, multiply natin by the 15. So that will give us 10.5. So this means that the value of our y is equal to 10.50 feet. For the value of our x, if our y is 10.50 feet, plus tayo with 4.5 feet, so x natin is equal to 15 feet, approximately. Approximately lang siya, my dear students, kasi if you can see, the y is 10.531307. Pero approximately, that is 15 feet. So that, my dear students, is the height of the flagpole. So how about this one? I want you to pause this video and please answer this on your own. A pilot flying an airplane at an altitude of 1,500 meters spots a boat on the sea directly ahead. The angle of depression from the plane to the boat is 25 degrees. Assuming the plane and the boat are both above the sea level, how far is the boat from the point on the sea directly below the airplane? Now, my dear students, before anything else, I want you to imagine the situation. Opo, then I want you to draw it para mas lalo po nating makita kung alin si right angle. At whenever there is already the right angle, we can now decide kung ano yung trigonometric function. Pero usually, when we are dealing with angle of depression and angle of elevation, ang laging nagagamit is si tangent. Okay, so I hope nakapag-try na. Let us now illustrate the situation. So, on the problem, a pilot daw po is flying on an airplane. Kaya dapat may airplane tayo dito. Now, sabi po dito, with an altitude of 1,500 meters, spots a boat on the sea. So, meron siyang height of 1,500 at may nakita siyang boat ahead of it. So, kung pag ganito yung direction ni airplane, ahead. So, ibig sabihin, nauuna si boat. Now, my dear students, I want you to take note that this height is 1,500. So, that is meters. Now, sabi dito, the angle of depression from the airplane to the boat. So, ibig sabihin ganito po, the angle of depression from the angle to the boat is 25 degrees. Now, my dear students, alin dyan si angle of depression? Ito po ba or ito? So, di ba po ang sabi sa atin, within si line of sight daw po, yung angle kay line of sight na nagawa with the horizontal line. So, ibig sabihin, this is the horizontal line. So, meaning to say, ito po yung pinaka-angle of depression natin. So we have 25 degrees as the angle of depression. So we write 25 degrees. Assuming that the plane and the boat are both above the sea level, how far is the boat from the point on the sea directly below the plane? So yung pinapahanap dito, my dear students, is yung distance. Ito po yung pinapahanap. So considering, my dear students, that we know that 1,500 meters yung altitude ni airplane, ito, my dear students, since parallel lang naman siya dito, ibig sabihin po, yun din pong side na ito, right? This is also 1,500 meters. So ano po yung pinapahanap? Ito pong side na ito. Now, my dear students, meron tayong if the angle of reference natin is 25 degrees, and we have here 1,500. Ano po si 1,500 meter? Is that the adjacent or so this time, my dear students, this is the opposite. Kasi po ka-opposite siya ni angle of reference. So meaning to say, this is the opposite, this is the adjacent. So kapag meron tayong opposite and adjacent, ano po yung gagamitin nating trigonometric function or ratio? That is the tangent. So meaning to say, we will use the tangent 25 degrees is equal to the opposite of 1,500 all over the x. So we are interested in finding for the x, kaya since nasa denominator si x, kailangan itaas natin siya. We know that the tangent 25 degrees has a denominator of 1. So that will give us 1,500. So we need to divide both sides by the tangent 25 para ang maiwan na lang po is si x. So that will give us tangent 25. So makakancel si tangent 25. So that will give us the value of the x as, so 1,500 divided by the tangent of 25. So that will give us a value of 3,216.76. So since we are dealing po, my dear students, with meters, ibig sabihin kailangan po naka-meters din siya. So this is meters. And this, my dear students, is our final answer. So for example number 3, from the top of a watchtower that is 80 feet high, a jeep driving along a straight road toward the tower. The angle of depression to the jeep initially measures 25 degrees, but after a short while, it increases to 40 degrees. So how far did the jeep travel along the road during the time? So again, let us have this illustration. So for example, we have here a watchtower. And sabi po dito, 80 feet daw po si watchtower. So we need to denote this watchtower as 80 feet in height. Okay. So, meron daw pong jeep driving along a straight road toward the tower. So, papunta kay tower. So, this is the jeep. And the angle of depression daw po of that jeep initially measures 25 degrees. So, meaning to say, since we have the angle of depression, may another horizontal line dito. And this angle formed is what we call the angle of depression. And according to the problem, that is 25 degrees. So let's denote that this is 25 degrees initially. Pero di ba po si jeep is gumagalaw. Kaya after some time or after a short while, from dito, nandito na siya. And the angle of depression increases to 40 degrees. Kaya ibig sabihin, ito pong part na ito, itong buong ito, my dear students, that is the new angle of depression. So let's denote that as the new angle. Kaya lagyan natin dito, this is 40 degrees. So kung makikita natin, my dear students, we have two right triangles here. Ito pong unang right triangle na may angle of depression na 25 and the right triangle with angle of depression of 40. Ngayon po, my dear students, ang goal nating mahanap is ito po. So, dito, my dear students, we need to strategize how we can solve this problem. Alam natin na itong part na ito, pwede natin siyang ma-solve, di ba po, my dear students? Bakit po? Alam natin na this is 80. So, sulat po natin. This is 80. And also, this is 80. So, yung goal nating mahanap is ito, my dear students. So, alam natin na magmula dito hanggang dito, equal lang siya dito. Apo, so, ibig sabihin, itong part na ito, let's have the annotation. Magmula dito, my dear students, sa center niya, hanggang dito, alam natin na equal itong part na ito at ito. Di ba po? Ibig sabihin, kapag isinubtract ko itong part naman na ito ni right triangle, itong part na ito, nilitas na right triangle with the 40 degrees. Pag isinubtract ko yan, let's denote that by y. Ang matitira na lang is sa x, correct? Kaya ibig sabihin, my dear students, pwede nating isubtract na lang. So yung gagawin natin, my dear students, is first, let us try to find this total length nito po. Then afterwards, kunin naman natin yung length nitong y. Then kapag sinubtract natin si y from this total length, is may iwan si x na siyang goal natin, correct? So ibig sabihin, pwede natin yung gawin. So first, let us focus on the bigger distance. So ano po yung tawag natin dito sa blue side na ito? So is that the opposite or that is the adjacent? So ito po, my dear students, this is adjacent kasi katabi siya nitong 25 degrees. Kaya ibig sabihin po, we have the tangent 25 degrees is equal to the opposite, which is 80 over dito po, tawagin na lang natin siyang z. Opo. So, z natin. So, tangent 25 is equal to 80 z. So, ang goal natin is find for the c. Alam natin na we have here a denominator of 1. So, tangent 25 times the z. So, we will have the tangent 25 multiplied by the z is equal to 80 times 1, that will give us 80. So, ang goal natin is to find for the z, kaya divide natin siya by the tangent 25. So, makakancel si tangent 25, ang may iwan si z. Okay, we have 80 divided by the tangent 25. So, that will give us 171.56. So, that is 171.56. So, this is in feet. Kaya ilalagay din natin, this is feet. That is the value of the blue one. Opo, itong blue line na ito. Ngayon, kailangan nating hanapin naman, my dear students, si y. Opo, bakit? Kapag isinubtract natin yung measurement ni y, ang may iwan na lang is si x, correct? Kaya ibig sabihin, let's find for the value of y. So, kapag value ni y, ang kukunin naman natin is ito pong bigger na angle of depression kasi siya po yung pinaka-latest. Opo, so we have the tangent 40 degrees is equal this time with again 80 kasi siya po yung opposite all over this y kasi siya na ngayon yung pinaka-adjacent ni 40. Opo, so we have y here. So again, cross-multiply tayo. May denominator 1 dyan. So y times tangent 40. So that will give us tangent 40 multiplied by the y is equal to 80 times 1. That will give us 80. So, tangent 40 times y is equal to 80. Ang goal natin is to isolate the y. So, divide both sides natin by the tangent 40. So, this will give us tangent 40 again. So, makakancel siya. So, ry is equal to 80 divided by the tangent 40. So, we have 80 divided by the tangent 40. So that will give us 95.34. Okay, 95.34 feet. So for the value of our x, that is equal to 171.56 feet minus the 95.34 feet. So that will give us 171.56 minus the answer, that will give us 76.22 approximately. That is 76.22 feet. And this, my dear students, is our final answer. Now, let us have a challenge question. So, I want you to pause this video and please try to answer this on your own. So, for example, number 4, a drone is hovering above the center of a straight road. Two friends, Alex and Brianna, stand on opposite sides of the road watching the drone. So the distance between Alex and Brianna is 120 meters. Alex observes that the angle of elevation to the drone is 35 degrees, and Brianna on the opposite side observes that the angle of elevation as 50 degrees. Both observers have an eye level height of 1.6 meters above the ground. How high is the drone above the ground? Okay, so first things first, we need to visualize the situation. Okay, so sabi dito, meron daw pong drone and merong dalawang friends. We have friend Alex and si Brianna. They are standing on opposite side of the road. Now, the distance daw po between Alex and Brianna is 120 meters. And sabi daw po, Alex observes that the angle of elevation to the drone is 35. So this one, my dear students, is 35. And si Brianna naman po on the opposite side has the angle of elevation of 50. So magkaiba po sila, my dear students. Okay, so this is 35 degrees for Alex. And for Brianna, we have 50 degrees. Ngayon po, my dear students, nakalagay that both observers have the eye level of 1.6 meters. So, ibig sabihin, ito pong dalawa, my dear students, that is 1.6 meters. Okay, so yung goal natin is to find for the height. So, kung ito po is 1.6 meters, alam din natin na ito ay 1.6 meters magmula sa eye level ni Brianna at ni Alex. Alam natin na ito din po is also 1.6 meters. Correct? Kaya ilalagay natin dito, this is also 1.6 meters. So, from that, we know na ang pinapahanap sa atin, let's use the yellow. ang pinapahanap sa atin is si height, na kung saan kinokompose siya nito at nito, correct? So since ito, this is the initial, I mean the incomplete height, i-denote natin siya as h of x. Opo, kasi siya yung parang unang mahahanap natin. At kapag nahanap natin si h of x, i-add lang natin si 1.6 meters, makukompleto na yung whole. So pwede nating ilagay h of x plus the 1.6 meters. Okay, so that is our goal, to find for the height. Ngayon, my dear students, ano pa yung kailangan natin? So, kailangan, para mahanap natin ito, may nawawala pa kasi ito pa. Apo, yung this. So, ibig sabihin po, there are two missing distances din po, di ba? So, we denote this one as the distance 1 and we denote this one as the distance 2. So, ngayon, pwede na nating magamit kasi 'di ba po ang hinahanap lang naman is ito. Pag nahanap na natin ito, i-add lang ito. So sa trigonometric function, ano yung kailangan natin? Opo. So meron tayong distance 1 and hx. So pwede nating i-tangent si 35 degrees kay h of x over d1, correct? So let us write that one. Tangent of 35 degrees is equal to hk kasi siya po yung ka-opposite, di ba po? Hx pala po, hx all over by the d1. And also, kay tangent 50 degrees, which is equal again, kung ito si 50, si hx uli, hx over kay d2. Now, si dito, my dear students, alam natin na equal siya kay 120 meters, di ba po? Kaya ilagay din naman natin dito, d1 plus d2 is equal to 120 meters. Okay, so ang goal natin para makuha natin yung d1 and d2, i-turn natin si tangent 35 degrees as d1 and tangent 50 degrees in terms of d2. So, anong gagawin natin dyan? Di ba po meron itong denominator 1, tangent 35 multiplied by the d1 is equal to hx. So, since d1 yung interest natin, so that will give us, divide both sides by the tangent 35. This should be 35. So, makakancel siya. So, d1 natin is equal to hx over kay tangent 35. Okay, paano naman si d2? Ganun din. Opo. So, divide natin by 1. So, d2 times tangent 50. So, that will give us tangent 50. So, multiplied natin by the d2 is equal to hx. So, since goal natin is si dito lang, divide both sides natin by the tangent 50. So, tangent 50. So, makakancel siya. So, this will give us the d2 of hx over the tangent 50. Tangent 50 degrees. So, ito my dear students, si d1 at si d2, pwede natin siyang i-ano dito, di ba? So, since d1 is equal to hx over tangent 35, pwede natin siyang isulat in terms of d1. Ganun din po kay d2. So, from here, my dear students, we have the d1 plus the d2 is equal to 120 meters. So, alam natin that d1 is equal to hx over the tangent 35 is equal to d1. At alam natin na si d2 equal siya kay hx over the tangent 50 is equal to 120. So, anong mapapansin, my dear students? Di ba ito hx? So, ibig sabihin, pwede natin siyang ilabas. So, pwede natin siyang hx multiplied by 1 over the tangent 35. So, equal lang naman siya kay hx over 35 kasi hx times 1, that is hx. Kasi di ba ito may denominator 1 din siya. Kapag may denominator 1 si hx, ito lang naman yung sagot. Similarly, si hx, kapag inilabas ko, may iwan si 1 over tangent 50 is equal to 120. So, anong napapansin? Parehas na silang may hx, di ba? Pwede ko uli itong ilabas para isa na lang yung hx kasi multiplication lang naman siya para siyang i-distribute po per tangent 35 and tangent 50. So, we have hx multiply natin by 1 over tangent 35 plus 1 over tangent 50. So, that will give me 120. Okay, so ito si tangent 35 plus tangent 50, 1 over tangent 50, pwede ko na siya. So we have 1 over tangent 35. I-add natin siya kay 1 over the tangent 50. So that will give us 2.27 approximately. So we have here 2.27 each x is equal to 120. So, since hx yung gusto natin, kasi po hx plus 1.6 meters is equal to the total height of the drone. So, divide both sides natin by 2.27. So, makakancel siya. So, divide na natin 120 over 2.27. So, ito po, my dear students, ito na yung gagamitan ko para buo. Opo, so gagawin ko na lang 120, divide the answer. So, that will give me 52.93 approximately. So, ibig sabihin po, our hx is equal to 52.93. So, since this is in meters, this should be in meters also. Okay, so for our value of h, which is equal to hx plus 1.6 meters, na una nating dinerive. So, ibig sabihin, h will be equal to 52.93 meters plus 1.6 meters. So, this is 9. So, that will give me, so plus tayo 1.6. So, that will give me 54.53. So, meaning to say, the value of the height of the drone is 52.53 meters. And this, my dear students, is our final answer. So that's it for today, my dear students. If you still have questions, please don't hesitate to comment down below. If you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye po!